our first book club meetings. Kind of excited. This is all brand new. I've been wanting to do this for the last few months, but I want to welcome you all. This is the official Baumann, Stefan Baumann book club. And if you don't know who I am Stefan Baumann. And for some of you, this is the first time that you've actually seen me. If you do not have this book, this Bible, this thing here, then you're welcome to listen in, but this is all for the book people. But this book club that I foresee will be every month forever, as long as we have books. I will be here the fourth Saturday at this time. On the first, second, and third Saturday, I have my Patreon group, which is a phone call meeting like this. Above all, what I plan to do after having a conversation with the author, Mairi Budreau, this book here has been in the making for 40 years. In all of the years that I've been teaching and coaching, I started coaching actually when I was 14. I started painting when I was around 10. At 12, I got more serious, and believe it, in a couple of years, I was teaching already. And it's not because I was gifted. I actually kind of got an insight about what art is. And consequently, it was the beginning of this. And part of that's in this book. Everything else that's in this book is my years and years and years of training. I boiled it down to really this simple section. See how the book is designed? We have, in the middle, we actually have colored. Some people who have been painting for years and years and years say that this book is actually in their top 5. My biggest fear is that I've had so many insights over the years that I taught and working with people. And my biggest fear was something should happen to me. A lot of my insights and the things that I discussed that are in the book are aha moments that a lot of artists don't know. And it's amazing that they don't know. And as we go through this book together over the next few years, I hope, as we go through that and you start sharing your things, obviously I'm getting things already that should be in the books. You know, we're going to be doing updates via these book club meetings. Any insights that you have and questions, we'll discuss them and stuff. This is absolutely free. It will always be free. It's a gift with purchase. You guys bought the book without having this incentive. So it was just something that we had planned, and now we're implementing it. All of this stuff. So anyway, Mairi, let me ask you a few questions. What were you thinking?
I was thinking legacy. I started watching your videos in 2013 when I was doing a bunch of portraits. I've been doing art since the early 1990s. And I did this portrait series and I saw your videos, and as I watched them, I kept seeing these beautiful nuggets of philosophy, of insight. And that's what drew me to you more than anything. And then I went away from art for a while because I was doing books for a few years. And my husband and we published these 2 Kamloops hiking books, which went over really well here in Kamloops. And I came back to painting, and I got stuck. And one of your YouTube videos showed up, and I saw you were coaching. So I thought, I'm going to go for it. So I took a few months of coaching with you, got back in the groove of painting, which is what was the target. And then I started binge watching your videos and seeing all these beautiful nuggets of information, as well as what you were teaching. And I thought, this needs to be organized and put into a book, because if you have been a YouTube watcher and you're out painting and you go, oh, what was that thing he said? Oh yeah, but what video was it in? And you want to hear it again in its fullness, and it'd be practically impossible to find it. So I thought, if it was put into a book and organized, then there it is, right? Easier to find. And so that's kind of how that started. I just thought there's a legacy here that shouldn't be lost, because who knows what's going to happen to your hundreds of videos on YouTube in time. And so then I pitched you. I said, hey, you didn't know me very well, even though we'd been doing coaching for a few months. But I pitched the idea to you, and I recall you saying, well, I've been asked to write a book before, and I don't really have time. I'm not really a writer. And I said, well, I'll write it. And you were probably a little shocked at that.
I was actually a little bit like skeptical. It's like,
I,
because a lot of
I,
times people go, yeah, oh, I'll do that for you. And it's like, oh yeah, right. Okay.
yeah. And because of circumstances, we had to find a creative way to do it so that both of us would get paid, both of us could fit it into our schedules. And so we worked that out. And I got to say, Stefan, I'm 63 as of a couple days ago. I've worked with lots of people. I have never had a work experience as wonderful as, and this isn't blowing smoke, this is genuine. I've never had a better working relationship with anyone in my life.
Wow.
It
Wow.
made it like you'd think two artists with two egos, we all know about that, right? That we can be combative. We have our own strong opinions about things. And I thought, this might be a bit contentious as we get into this, but we've committed now, we're going to get there. But it didn't come. It didn't happen. It just worked like clockwork.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it was very delightful. And it was really great for me to go back and really put this stuff in order. I had the 13 keys prior to us writing the book. At one point, it went up to 19 and then 24 keys. And then Mary goes, oh, wait, we got to let's readjust things. So it's gone through a little bit of readjustment back down to 13 because, 13 is a good number. I really, if you've taken my coaching, if you've done any of my Patreon or watched my videos, these keys that are in this book, we'll resort to them. And what's really awesome is that we're going to start from now on actually looking at students' work, and you'll get a little piece of that today. We'll go through and we'll discuss some stuff along with the concept. What were you thinking? It's like, bam, key 1, key 2, key 3, key 4. If you follow these keys, and I have 100 coaching students that I work with every week. And, it's so easy. It's like, oh, you forgot this key or you forgot that key. The center of this book is not just for oil painters, for watercolors, pastel, no matter what you're doing. I even have a couple of photographers that I coach. All of these keys that I put together seem to be all that you need. I never have said, oh, that should be the 14th key. And for some of you go, what the hell is he talking about these keys? But so we're going to go through them today. Mary, I can't tell you how absolutely amazing you have been. Hopefully you'll be on all of our calls. I'm Stefan Baumann, and I would love to introduce you to a new book that I just wrote on plein air painting. After 40 years, I finally sat down with one of the best authors that I could possibly imagine for this project and put together everything I know about painting outdoors. And this isn't just an outdoor painting book. No, these are techniques that you can bring into the studio, and they apply to watercolors, acrylics, gouache, and oil. You will be amazed at what you will learn with every turn of the page, every paragraph. We have worked through my videos, my information, my books, my blogs, and brought it all together. And over 2 years of editing, we brought it down to just the facts. This painting book has over 400 pages and almost 500 illustrations. If you see my videos and if you read my blog and you follow me on YouTube, you know that there's a lot of information. There's a lot of things you don't know that you don't know. I'm amazed at the quality of this book, the pages. It's a field guide. It's a book that you would take outdoors with you and paint on location. It's been organized so you could find your way through my keys. This book explains 40 years of teaching and knowledge one-on-one. All the information that I possibly know about painting is in this book. So run, don't walk, and order this book today.
Get this book. It's awesome. Yay!